How you doing, everybody? My name is Daniel. Once again, I'm here today with my brother Woodly. It's always a pleasure to share testimonies, give stories about what true life is and the spiritual vision and the spiritual mindset. If God gives you a talent or God gives you something to work on in terms of your life, just go for it. Today, I had a privilege to meet up with Woodly, and today he's going to give his testimony about a story that we just worked on together. So check this out.
Yeah, today is, it's a blessed day. I greet you all in the name of Jesus. Today, I'm just here to tell you guys about where I came from in my story. Here we go. It's a coincidence that we're here in nature, in the openness and the quietness and the stillness. As you guys can see in the background, that's exactly where God has brought me to. He's brought me to a place where it's quiet. The only voice I hear is his voice. Throughout my life, I've been having to struggle with the opinions of other people and the opinions of myself and what I should do in my life. I've always had to struggle with what should I be doing in my life. I should be doing this. I should be preaching. I should be helping. I should be encouraging. People are telling me, hey, you're supposed to be this, behave, do this, do that. But then it was a struggle because that's not what I wanted to do. That wasn't my intent. I've been in turmoil, I've been in nonsense, I've been in he say, she say, and all this nonsense, but God still at the moment when I needed him most, he raised me up to the point of where I'm up on the mountain and I hear nothing but Christ. Basically, the history of my story is that, there was a point in time where I was so opinionated, I was so listening to what people had to say, and there was a point in time where I only cared about what I had to say, but I never listened to what God had to say. There's so many people that were saying like, hey, you're supposed to be this great person. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. Oh, we need you to do this, work in that. Oh, you should be in this department too. And it's like, I never felt comfortable. They was just like, oh, you're doing a great job, but I never felt any worth. I never felt like I meant anything. And it came a point in time where I wanted to do what I wanted to do, where it was Woodly's time to shine. And at that point in time, it was the worst time of my life. Nothing went right. Everything was going down the drain, but I was trying to enjoy myself in a time of sorrow. Makes no sense. It came to a point in time where God had to literally wake me up from this dream world that I was in. Wake me up into the reality of his will. And at that point in time, he raised me up to a point where I could no longer hear anybody beside me. No longer hear even my own echo in my mind. I could only hear his voice. And at that point in time, that's where he showed me his will, his purpose for my life. I'm here to tell you guys that no matter what you're going through, no matter what happens in your life, there's going to be a point in time where God is going to lift you to a place where he's going to talk to you, where he's going to tell you his will, where he's going to show you your purpose in life. If you're walking around still trying to find your purpose, I'm telling you right now, I walked around, I did the mile walk, I did it. And I can tell you that I'm up on the mountain and I'm happy. I'm glad, there's joy in my heart. The purpose that God has put in my life, he's put me to pastor, he's put me to encourage, he's put me to lift, and also to just push his people into his presence. They call, a pastor is called an under shepherd. So I'm here to shepherd the sheep of God to his presence. I don't sit here and boast about it. I don't sit here and, make myself higher or holier than thou. I'm just grateful for where God has brought me from and where he's put me now. And I know that he has even higher heights for me in the future. At the end of the day, I want you guys to really think about your life, really look at it. Some of you guys may be going through the worst situations. I get it. Not every day is going to be a happy day. I get it. But this year, 2014, is the year of manifestation. And God has promised great things for you. There's so many things for you that are waiting for you in this year. If anything, expect great things every morning you wake up. All right, so with this picture that I told Daniel about this idea, my idea that was going on was that I wanted to illustrate and show how two crowds of people can be pulling you at the same time. But at the same time of them pulling you and wanting you to work, and it could be even your personal desires, where your personal desires is pulling you another way, that at the end of the day, God has a plan for you, and that God is pulling you in a direction that only He can bring you to. Everybody can bring you left and right, but only God can bring you up. So in this diagram, in this picture, you can see that there's a man standing in the middle, and that's me. You see the ropes that are pulling me from side to side, but yet you see me standing freely above the plane, above all the noise, above all the cities. You see me standing, and I'm there with God. And then you see the rope pulling me up. That's only God. And at the end of the day, you can see the rope, and the rope is going this way, and I'm already on top of it. God doesn't pull you. He pushes you. So God doesn't put you in a way of discomfort all the time. When He wants to move you, to where He wants to be, He's not going to push you in discomfort. What's ahead of you is discomfort, because you're going to realize that I need to get to God quicker. I need to get to God wherever He is right now. And that's how I am right now. Every day I need to get to God quicker. I need to get to God much faster than I am moving. I can't be still. I can't be slow. I can't be, redundant. I can't. I have to continue to move and move and move. And then when you continue to see in the background, you see the cities. You see the towns, you see the terrain, you see the plain, and all that is the nations that God has called me to. All the people that are waiting for me to speak. And it's not to boast, but it's to boast in His will. Because at the end of the day, I'm here to do God's will. And that's my interpretation of this picture.
So in this picture, as you'll see, it's Brother Woodly in the middle. And what you have to realize is, as you progress in life, there's always going to be people that's going to try to drag you down. No matter what, you're supposed to keep your focus on God, because at the end of the day, you know what your calling is, you know what your purpose is, you know why you're here on earth, what mountains are you supposed to move. And in this picture is more of, as you elevate, there's people, there's demons, there's enemies that's trying to work together to try to bring you down, especially from where God is trying to take you to. They don't want to see you go up. And at the end of the day, God knows what's going on, and He knows where He wants you to go. He knows what's in your mentality. And at the end of the day, you just have to keep pushing. And no matter what obstacles, what tribulations you go through, you got to keep in mind that what your purpose is. And in this picture, you'll see that there's a tag team. There's a tag team between the enemies, friends, family, people that just don't like you. As blunt as it is, it's just the truth. At the end of the day, you know where God put you on. You know what pedestal you're on. And in this picture is more of a spiritual dude that's preaching to the nations, and that was his calling. And as he's rising up to where his purpose is, there's like a bunch of cities where they're like, wow, like, where's the Spirit of God? Where's this light coming from? And as they look up, they see a man where God just poured His blessing on, where He poured His anointing on. And as they're realizing the words that are being spoken through this guy, they're seeing more of God. And through all these cities, there's darkness, and you'll notice how the little lights are pointing out, shining out, and each of those lights are representing people that receive the word. And as nations are changing, different people are being saved, different people are going deeper, trying to seek more of God. But like I said, at the end of the day, there's a tag team that's after you. So keep in mind that no matter how high you get, there's demons that don't like you. And if you keep in mind that they're not important, they will never control you. They will never hold you back, and nothing can stop you. And so my message for today is stay focused, and remember that your calling is only for you and not for nobody else. So if you have a vision, if God pours something in your life, don't let anybody distract you, because if you do, you will fall. And I can promise you that you will fall. But if you keep God first, you will definitely make it, and nothing will stop you, because what God has for you is just for you.
Daniel's the greatest. Just want to say, if you guys want, this picture, I'm selling it for $1,000.
One day.
It's Be encouraged. Anybody got testimonies, come out, man. We ready to get you, man. We ready.